So I'm here today. This is Nathan's trial session. Okay, we're doing a shooting evaluation. Training for the last 35 minutes or so. So right now we're just letting him shoot a few times and then we're going to start talking about his form. Okay. One more and then we're going to talk about it. Yeah, okay. Alright, so taking a look at his form, we're going to start. Keep shooting, don't worry about me, okay? We're going to look at his feet first. Always look at the feet first. All I'm looking for with his feet are for them to be about shoulder width apart. Maybe a slight lead with the right foot. So does a pretty good job. Looks like he's pretty perfect with his feet. So let's just double check that. A lot of kids are off with the feet. He looks just fine. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for that bend in the knees. Before I do that, I actually noticed the last few times that his right foot is turning in on the shot, and that's actually fine, just something to note. Next, we're going to look at the knees. What we're looking for with the knees is a good knee bend. I like to see that knee bend, but I really like to see the hips coming back and down as opposed to the knees coming forward. I think that hurts him with the consistency of his shot because it looks like he's shooting flat instead of off of his toes. So just looking at the lower body, that's probably the issue. Is he does bend when he shoots, which is great, but because he's bending from the heels, he's flat, he's actually coming forward instead of backing down like this. Next thing we do is we look at the core. We look at the head. For those two spots, all we're looking for is for him to be perpendicular, straight up, actually, vertical. Looks fine. A lot of times you'll see kids leaning forward, head swayed back, stuff like that. He looks fine. Gonna take another look before we move on. Yeah, he's fine. He pulls his head back just a little bit, but he's fine. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the elbows. We look for the elbows to be tucked in and for him to keep the ball high when he shoots. And I noticed this before when he shoots, he definitely likes his elbows out. So you'll notice when he starts to shoot that elbow is out. The right elbow, you can see it. So he's gonna have to work, I think, on bringing that in for two reasons. One, he shoots with the elbow in anyways. He might as well start there. It's gonna be a quicker shot. It's just gonna be more consistent, his shot. So he's gonna be able to get it off quicker. Catch and shoot. Instead of elbow out, bring it in, shoot. He's just gonna have his elbow in. Okay, then we're gonna look at his release point, how high it is, and whether it's coming off of his palm or his fingers. And I noticed this before, it's coming off of his palm mostly. He's gotta work on that. Get the ball on his fingers just a bit. Couple more, bud. Does a good job keeping his left hand right there. He doesn't move into the ball. He doesn't affect his shot as much. So that's good. But the elbow does stay wide, and we want the elbow in when he shoots. So both elbows are out. And then the last thing we're looking at is his follow through. Follow through is pretty good with the right arm. You can see he dunks his hand in the cookie jar. I've been telling kids that forever. He does that really nicely. It looks like he leaves a little bend in the elbow, and we actually want him to be completely straight, especially on his outside jump shots. All right, now catch and shoot, okay? So spin the ball to yourself and then just get the ball up right away. So now we're just looking at how he shoots off of the catch. Ready? Yeah. So one thing he's definitely got to work on is getting the ball off a little bit quicker. It doesn't look like he has that rhythm. I saw that before when we were shooting. A couple more just like that. Yep. So he's just got to get the ball up right away. But next two, I want you to do it where you're having to get the ball on the right, and then one where you have to get the ball on the left. Okay, so kind of toss the ball to yourself on the right a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's way too slow. All right, then one to the left. Elbow out is also contributing to that. All right, 3 shots where you're just shooting off the dribble. It's hard for him to create rhythm. Everything's a little very flat with him. It's pretty good going to the left. I didn't really like what I saw going to the right. Yeah, he shoots pretty good. Go to your right. Go to your right with the move now. Dribble. Go to your right. Right there, right there. Dribble, go to the right. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Not bad.